There. Hello, I'm David Thorn. I'm president of ThornProducts. We're located over in Melbourne, Florida. Okay. With all the rise in electric rates, the rise in consumption, and of course the time of use and tiered pricing for electricity usage, everybody knows that we need to get that are getting more into reducing your electricity costs and usage. We have two areas of this. The first is submetering. Commercial multi-tenant buildings is where we want to focus for actually billing down to the tenant level. The other part is, of course, conservation. Studies have shown that if users are provided detail about their electricity usage, they will get savings 15% and greater. Okay. Now, what we've done is our patented technology allows us to put this electricity usage monitoring right inside the switch and receptacles in the house. Okay. You see we have a simple snap-on unit for our early entry to go onto normal receptacles, and then it will be built directly inside the receptacles and switches by an OEM electrical device manufacturer. We also have an inline unit that takes care of your water heater, your air conditioner, things that are hardwired. We can do this with our patent pending technology because we become ultra small, low power, low cost, and of course put out negligible heat so they can go right inside here. Now, a flex tenant metering building. Okay, this is a part of sub-metering. Typically, to try to get more detail, you could put in a lot of electric meters and rewire the building to those electric meters so each client has his own set of meters. What we do is with our sockets and switches and inline units in place, you would assign them to the particular client. We communicate the usage to our EWAC collector via the power line communication within the building using existing power lines, and that's part of our patent is that as a very simple communications but reliable, but allows the circuitry to be so small. That data is transmitted to our EWAC collector, goes up to the cloud to a portal, and of course that portal will come back down with the information in terms of usage reports, detailed or aggregate, as well as, of course, to display, user display so he can, see his usage easily. Now, you recall this is no new wiring, and when a client changes from point A to point B, all it is a database change. Okay? And also remember, one client in a space might have a computer, the one right next door in the same space might have 5 copiers and a heat chamber. So the idea is to get down to actual usage of billing to be the accurate billing. Okay. Now, our competitive positioning in flex tenant metering. Okay, again, as we say, putting in multiple sub-meters is a gigantic job, a huge job. Replacing the receptacles and switches and putting in some inlines is a simple job. The cost. 1/4, only 1/4 is as much cost. Configurability. Once you get these wires in, it's very hard to change, very expensive to change. Ours is simply a database change. Get out of your way here. Okay, also we of course have to have a display for usage, or way for the person to see usage, or there'll be tables and such. We have a browser-based display. This is a residential version, so that in one glance the user can see where the electricity is being used, where are the hot spots, where to go to find those changes and make changes there, so they're most effective. Put them where they're most effective. Concentrate on where it's most effective. And of course, you also will get the history, the actual that's happening presently, and a projected. The projected is important because when you make a change, you want to see if it works. You can't wait to the end of the month to guess whether it made a change in your bill or not. Competitive positioning in the conservation, like in residential and small business, primarily are devices that monitor one point or a few points. You also have some network devices coming out that you can plug in. They'll only cover the receptacles. They're large, bulky, and expensive. We take care of every point at a low cost. So as far as the cost value features. Also, there are software-based systems that will monitor, say from the cloud, a point or two in your home, or 3, and then they will use that information, perhaps along with environmental and neighborhood information, to put out some information on maybe what your total is and what maybe your dry and your air conditioning are utilizing. We, of course, capture every point and very accurately, plus we can feed that information up to not only these software-based systems to give them more detail, but any local energy management system that's already in place, like GE Nucleus, if anybody's familiar with that. Okay. Our market and distribution targets. I'm sorry, thanks. I want to know where I'm at. Okay. This shows our channels here, energy management systems, distribution, and a device manufacturer, OEM. Our segments, we're going to focusing on the commercial, is our sub-metering, which is flex tenant metering, to get the accurate tenant billing to the landlord. Conservation, which is through energy management system companies. Now, the energy management system is a $1.5 billion market right now and growing at 15% per year. This is, of course, we'll be getting at the monitor portion of that. Our devices monitor every place and can give that detailed information to management systems. We also have the residential for the future or follow-on market, and of course, there's certain places you want to start in there and move down to existing homes. Now, this is just an example of some channels. OEM, device manufacturer. I'm talking about the people who make these guys. Distribution, and of course the emergency management system, energy management system companies, Energy IQ, Johnson Controls, etc. Okay. Now, our management team, I have 30 years experience in multiple startups. I've started about every department, most every department in a company, one time or another, and built it up from scratch. Of development management, from concept right up to deployment with big companies, AT&T, Verizon-like companies, and of course operations, both international and national. Okay. Kent is our in engineering, has over 20 years experience. Has 20. I'll just look at that as a countdown or a count up. Kent has 20 years experience in development management, and he's keen on digital signal processing, which is important for our EWOC collector. Paul has had international and national experience, 25 years, even with smart grid companies, and he's our go out and get to it guy. Move on. Financials, looking at 40 million in fifth year revenue with a break even for second quarter in year 3. We use the 50,000 for important things is getting some more updated marketing data to be verified, a smaller field deployable prototype so we can have this in the field, show it's working, have confidence when we get to an angel and the OEM partner, so they have confidence in the product, of course. The funding to commercialization or profitability. First phase is next generation prototypes and initial pilots, production and production launch, and then to get us to the cash flow positive in the 28th month. Okay. Yeah, I want to thank you for this opportunity. It's very important to us. I want to thank Joe Ellen for helping us with the presentation, getting it so more smooth than it would have been originally. We're looking forward to working with you to fine-tune or tune the use of this money to what makes it most effective. We're really looking for assistance in that area, as well as all the other things that are offered with this grant. Thank you.